Plato had his cave. Schrödinger had his cat. I have boxes. Funny thing about boxes, they're simultaneously containers and barriers. They hold things precious and keep the world out. Or maybe they keep us in. I forget which. There was a certain philosopher. It might have been Heidegger. Maybe it was someone less insufferable. Whoever it was said that we're all beings toward death. But looking at these boxes, I think we're really just beings toward opening. Life is just the space between sealed and empty. This one cost more than most people spend on groceries in a month. Precious, right? This one, $10 from the drugstore. But I wore it on the day that I got my first real job. So, which one's more valuable? Trick question. They're both just cardboard, holding glass, holding liquid, holding the illusion that we can choose who we become based on what we smell like. Boxes are perfect metaphors for souls when you think about it. We're all just containers holding something precious, or at least something we've convinced ourselves is precious. Some of us come in expensive packaging with elaborate presentation. Others are simple, functional, honest about what we are. Some of us get damaged in transit, dented, torn, but the contents, often perfectly intact. The box bears the scars while protecting what's inside. And like souls, every box believes it's special. Every box thinks its contents matter more than the others. Every box sits on the shelf, convinced that when someone finally opens it, everything will change. But you see, here's what they don't tell you about collecting. It's not about having things. It's about having options. Every sealed box is potential. It's like Schrödinger's fragrance, simultaneously perfect and disappointing until you open it. And once you open it, that's it. The quantum state collapses. The dream becomes reality, and reality is always less. This one's from Clive Christian. They're known for having some of the most expensive perfume in the world. Oh well, according to their marketing departments who understand that price is just another form of poetry. But I can't open it, because once I do, it stops being the promise of olfactory transcendence, and it becomes just another bottle, another liquid, another morning choosing between this one or that one, until the choice itself becomes meaningless. We fetishize boxes because we're terrified of contents. We worship packaging because the package can't disappoint us. The box for Tom Ford Oud Wood doesn't smell like barnyard and regret. The box for Creed Aventus doesn't perform for 3 hours and then disappear. The box is perfect. The box is eternal. This one I've opened and closed 100 times. I've never sprayed it. I just lifted the bottle out, looked at it, put it back. It's like visiting a friend in prison. Hey buddy, good to see you. Glad you're here. Can't actually take you with me. The open box is somehow sadder than the sealed one. It's been violated but not consummated. Started but not finished. It's the relationship that ended before it began. The trip you planned but never took. The person you almost became. but didn't. And then there's this one. I know what you're thinking. It's just a box, Raff. Open it, spray it, move on. But you don't understand. This isn't just a box. This is the last one. No, not the last one I'll ever buy. Don't be silly. But the last one that's on my list, the final boss, the white whale, the fragrance I've been hunting for years, the one that would complete the collection. Sorry. The WEARECTION. Sorry. Yep. And I got it. I got it 3 weeks ago. It arrived, I signed for it, I brought it up here, I set it down, and I haven't opened it. Because here's the thing about final bosses. Once you defeat them, the game's over. And what the hell do you do when the game's over? For 5 years, this hunt gave me purpose. Every morning checking prices, every evening reading the reviews, every weekend visiting vintage stores, flea markets, online forums. The hunt was the point. The journey was the destination. All those platitudes that sound profound until you actually achieve the goal and realize the platitudes were right. I want to be fancy and say someone like Schopenhauer. Schopenhauer said, "Life is suffering punctuated by temporary satisfactions that only create new desires." He was talking about existence, but he might as well have been talking about fragrance collecting. I mean, I guess I could open it. I could spray it, add it to the WEARECTION. It would smell probably good, probably great even. And then what? I'd need a new quest, a new excuse, a new reason to wake up and refresh Mercari listings at 3 a.m. Or I could not open it. I could leave it sealed, keep it as potential, the eternal promise, the perpetual maybe. But I'm running out of excuses. The WEARECTION is complete. The hunt is over. And I'm sitting here surrounded by hundreds of bottles, dozens of unopened boxes, realizing that none of this was ever about fragrance. It was about having a reason, having a mission, having something that felt like meaning, even if it was just molecules and marketing. I could open this and admit it's over. Or I could find a new grail, a new impossible bottle, a new excuse to keep the game going. Oh, look at that. A vintage Dior Homme Intense from 2007. That's the original batch. Only available in Japan. Impossible to authenticate. Probably fake. Definitely overpriced. Perfect. I don't know if you remember, but there's this scene in The Matrix where Cypher is having dinner with one of the agents, and he says that he knows that the steak that he's having isn't real. But ignorance is bliss, and he wants to go back in. He wants to go back into the Matrix, and he wants to forget he ever knew the truth. I'm not ignorant. I know exactly what this is. I know these boxes are just cardboard. I know these fragrances are just chemicals. I know this quote-unquote journey is just consumption with a narrative I've written to make it feel meaningful. But here's what Morpheus never told Neo. Maybe the Matrix isn't something forced on us. Maybe it's something we choose every day. Every morning when we wake up and decide which story to tell ourselves about why we do what we do. I guess I'm choosing to stay in my matrix, this cardboard cave, this fragrant prison. Because out there is the real world, where nothing smells like anything we can control, where meaning isn't for sale, where you can't buy your way into feeling like you're on a journey. And the real truth, the one that keeps me here, surrounded by boxes I won't open and fragrances I won't finish. A man can't move a mountain on his own. So I stay here, in my room, with my boxes, each one a small, manageable problem with a clear solution. Open or don't open, spray or don't spray, buy or don't buy. Out there, the mountains don't move no matter how hard you push. Out there, you're just one person, atomized and alone, trying to change things that can't be changed by individuals. Out there, awareness doesn't equal power. But in here I can open boxes. I can discover treasures. I can complete collections. I can have quests that end journeys that mean something, even if that something is small and ultimately pointless. Tomorrow I'll open it. Tomorrow I'll start the real work. Tomorrow I'll engage with the world as it actually is. But today, I think I'll just check if that vintage Dior is still available. On the mission trying to find it. As long as I keep it moving, I don't mind it. I played this game so many times I could rewind it. Cause the future, it ain't designed yet. Fuck what people say. I got my mindset on achieving what ain't defined yet. I'm my biggest hater, ego eliminator. No room for others, so y'all ain't invited. Facing the boss at the end of every level. I live to level up, being the detail and the devil. The saga is all your own. If you ain't in the zone, then it ain't that special. Retries are limited, so they test you. Realize you're limitless, so express you. From dust to dust, from bits to bust, you nevertheless you coalesce you.